This evening, we're learning that the suspected gunman, Demario Beck, went to Luther Burbank High School and transferred out of the Sacramento City School District last year when he was a sophomore. That's according to the district. And earlier this afternoon, he made his first court appearance. Now, it was a short one, and because of the pandemic, his court appearance was held over Zoom. An attorney representing him acknowledged the charges filed against Beck, 2 counts of murder. And then the arraignment was continued for December 21st. Today, Sacramento attorney Linda Parisi represented him and says Beck is in the process of retaining her as his lawyer. Earlier today, we went back to the mall and I spoke with people who work there. A man who works at a kiosk on the first floor says he was just feet away from the shooting. He tells me he saw 2 groups of what he believes were teenage boys, both groups with about 3 to 5 people. He says one of the groups went to the kiosk to buy some things. Then the other group came downstairs from the second floor and met the others at the kiosk. The man who works at the mall says his colleagues could sense there was some tension between the 2 groups because of the way they were looking at each other, though they weren't yelling. One of his colleagues asked the young men if something was about to happen, and one of them said, "We're going to exchange." The people who worked at the mall did not know what that meant and say seconds later, both groups walked towards the exit and gunfire erupted. The mall worker I spoke with says he did not see who had a gun nor who was firing. Tonight, Sacramento police say there is still a lot that they are investigating. We asked them if anyone else had a gun and if anyone else was firing. They say they cannot comment as that's part of the ongoing investigation and they want to protect the integrity of that investigation. We also asked them if anyone else was in custody. They say no one else is, but they are looking to talk to a few more people who were at the mall who they say are involved in the shooting. In Sacramento, Marlene Martinez, KCRA 3 News.